All right, part two of Gigi Kiki's delivery service black cat model. So let's continue with the body. All right, so let me just turn off my X-ray on these. All right, so we're probably gonna need the top right here, or let's see. I'm gonna go. Okay, you can kind of see the flow right there. We're gonna go to the edge mode and we're gonna select all these edges here. So all the edges around the neck. Okay. All right, I'm going back to side viewport. So I'm just gonna press E to extrude. And as you can see here, we're just kind of following along with the body shape here. Okay, and we can actually go extend this, but let's just go step by step. For those that want to skip, just want to go over here, you're welcome to. Okay, makes no difference. I just want to make sure all the our beginner students here that they can kind of follow along without having to guess on what's really happening with the other parts. Okay, so kind of position those in there, and then over here at the top we could see the um, this line right here goes right there. Okay, and this one goes in there. And if we look here, we just want to make sure that this is kind of like a round shape. So this one is obviously off right here. Okay, so we're going to push that in. So we got this kind of roundish shape that we're kind of extruding. Okay, so let's do the selection again. Go number 3 right here. Okay, and then we're gonna make sure we don't miss any. So here, E to extrude, and we're just basically tracing the body at this point. Okay, oh, undo. I have an extra selection, my bad, right here. So make sure you only have the selection that you need. All right, so I'm gonna press E to extrude, and then over here, S to scale. So we're kind of scaling that, and it's kind of positioning it here, right? Kind of getting the same kind of dimension as that. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do a little rotation. All right, so, okay, and then we can go to the front right here, till the front. We could see where that neck formation is. Okay, so let's fix this one first. That one right there, which is the point right there. This one goes here, that one over there, and that one. See, we can see that line. We can kind of guess where that is, and we know where it is over here. So we're just following that line right there. This one, we're just kind of rounding it off. This one probably goes right there. Okay, and then the new extrusion right here goes right here. This one over here. Over here, we just tuck them in here. It's kind of like a flat chest right there. Okay, this one goes right there, and we could see where that is here. Okay, right there. This one goes over there. That one goes right there. This one goes in there, and there it is over here. Okay, can't really see it here, but again, we're kind of rounding off the body, so we can kind of, and this is where that thing in the back, so we can kind of show right here. Probably this one can move. We're going to press Jiji, move that a little bit so it gets a little bit more rounder. Okay, so here's where we can let me turn on my screencast. All right, so you can kind of get an idea on the back of the head how round shape you want that, or you know how you can push that back a little bit. This one for sure. So we can have like a curvature for the back of the head. So totally up to you at this point, because once we put subdivision surface, it'll look good. Okay, maybe push that back a little bit. Okay, all right, on to the body. All right, so we got that, and then we have the corresponding front. Okay, so now we can extrude this, that one, that one, that one, and yep, that one. And we're going to press E to extrude it. All right, you can't really see here, but we can move it right here. You can definitely see the points where they're supposed to. So that one goes right there. This one goes in there. That one goes right there. And I'm just going to trace this right here. Okay, so we know that one is in the center. This one right here needs to be pushed a little bit here. So here we can go to 7, which is the top, numpad 7. Then here we can follow along where those things are. All right, so it looks like that one goes in there. All right, this one. And okay, so we got everything where they need to be. Okay, so I think we can definitely just follow the front and the top back and forth on this one. Okay, so let's press number 2. Select those edge. Okay, the reason why we have a lot of cuts right here, it's for the topology later on where we're going to create the feet right here, or the foot. Okay, so edge right there. Okay, and number 1, so we'll just again just following that line as close as you can. Right there. This one goes there, and over here. Okay, it's almost kind of like the same position. That one is right there, over here. Okay, so it kind of goes kind of like that. All right, more edge, one more extrusion. Okay, right here, let's quickly position those. Okay, following the top. So if I select that one's that one. All right, that one's following that curvature, and that one goes kind of in, or almost the same. So this is almost like the same, this lines right here are almost the same distance as that one. It's like a flat side. Okay. All right. Moving on, so we can create the socket right here. We're almost done with the body part right here. So press E to extrude. Number 1 to change the point mode. G to grab. And positioning those. Those will go in for sure. Okay, so let's select this one. In its right place. This one goes right there. All right, and that one gets stuck in a little bit, creating that kind of curvature for the foot. Okay, so let's take a look at this side and then the front. See if there's anything that we can adjust right here. So if I press number 2 for edge mode, okay, so we can select that right there. Okay, we're going to press E, extrude it. All right, so go right there, then right there, and then over here it goes underneath, so right around right there. Okay, and we need another extrusion. Okay, and let's position it a little bit better than that one. Okay, press E to extrude, point mode. Okay, and then this 2 right here will simply go right there. Okay, and one more extrusion here. Press number 2, E to extrude, and match where that is. Select those two, and they're right there. So this one goes up right there. Actually, they might be right here. Yep. Then there should be one more kind of segment right there to connect. Okay, so it's like created that socket right there. All right, so, and then we need another one. So we'll wait till this one is all done. So this should be a lot easier now because this is just the entire thing now, and then going down here to connect. Okay. Let me see. Maybe that's just a connection here, but we'll see. All right. So E to extrude, point mode, G to grab, and we position this guys right here. All right, let's check. Can't see here. Let's go to the top. All right, it's pretty close. All right, that one goes there. Okay, and then we need 2 more. So extrude this. Okay, let's go to the front here. All right, and those are positioned all the way here. This 2, they kind of go in under the belly up to there. Okay, let's position that properly. Then we need another one. This one gets extruded. And those 2, we just push it all the way there, and it clips, and we got that at the bottom. All right. And what we need to do here is create a bridge. So select that edge and that edge, press F. We got kind of like the socket for the leg. Okay. Now let's go to the top here. Oh, not there. Over here, top, and make sure we're on the side right here, right side. We continue with this selection. All right, so this is the body right now. So we just press E and then drag this all the way here. Probably scale it up just a bit, S, and position it right there, and it's fine right there. It's really close. Let's see if we have to move much. Not a whole lot. Just kind of matching it. I mean, if it's not perfectly matched, it just adds to the organic nature of the model. Okay, so number 2 again, select all these. We got one extrusion here that gets a little bit wider here, so E. Okay, and then probably S right here to scale it. All right, see how that goes. Oh, probably too much on the S, but that's fine. I'm gonna press X-ray here so we can position this guys here. All right, that one goes in there. Another point. Shift drag here, so this one goes in here. That one goes over there. Then that one goes right there. At the top, X-ray. Let's make sure you got the correct position. All right, so that's a selection. We just X axis right there, go all the way here. So this is kind of like the hip. It goes a little bit out. Okay, and let's take a look. All right, so that one right there probably needs to go down to kind of get that curvature. All right, so there's that. All right, so just this part leading to the tail. Extrude, press E, extrude number 1 point. All right, let's go to the top, match those points. Okay, edge mode, press E, number 1. All right, and then over here, match those. Okay, so let's kind of do a little better matching those lines. Okay, now we got the top part of the tail. Select those, press E, extrude. Okay, press number 1. Let's kind of position those in place. All right, and over here, let me go X-ray mode so we can see it better. This one goes over there. All right, so that's that. We can continue with the tail right here. It just goes all the way here. So I'm gonna press E here to extrude. Okay, press number 1, and that goes over there. This one goes here. So X-ray mode, one goes right there. This point, because it's rounding off the tail, it goes in a little bit like so. All right, so here we're gonna have to kind of, we don't have the guide right here. We know it goes in a bit, so we can kind of guess where with the tail. So there's 2 more sections for that one. Okay, so what I'll do is do this in kind of 3D. So go right here. Okay, I'm gonna press E to extrude. All right, and let's press number 1 right here. So for this one, we're probably fine right there. We're just kind of curving the tail formation. This one for sure goes kind of over here. That one probably will go in a little bit like so. Okay, so the back, and then we just have to press number 2 here, extrude. Okay, and then move it all the way like so. All right, and then here, move this back a little bit. We're just kind of curving. That's the butt section right there. And then here we need to lower this, and we can kind of, we're trying to get kind of like a round shape for the tail opening right there, but we don't. Okay. All right, that should work right there. So let's go to the side. All right, that works. We just need to kind of extrude that. We can get the tail. I purposely designed the tail to be like this, but you would want this kind of straight, actually, just going straight, and then we'll add a bendy bone that would take care of that tail. So let's just kind of do that that model now. So right here, let's select, let's try to make it as round as we can. Okay, but I'm going to select all these edges, and really what we want is just to extrude this kind of like so. No need to kind of create that pattern because we're going to do the bendy bone for it. Okay, or you can just shape it to that one now. Okay, maybe we should do that, so at least there's this, you know, it looks kind of complete. All right, so I'm just gonna go like so, and let's take a look. All right, pretty happy with the shape, pretty cylindrical. Okay, And we're just gonna rotate, extrude, because we can still kind of manipulate this later on if we need to do bendy bone, and it can just be on this position, so it's not a big deal. And at this point here, I do want to fix the I'm going to go scale and then just along the z-axis. It's kind of flat in that line, so that's not like all over the place. All right, and then press E and rotate. Okay, press E, do a little rotation, press E to extrude, and do a rotation. Press E, do a rotation, press E, do, oops, undo, I double extruded, rotation, then press E again to extrude, then scale it, okay, then we can kind of cap this off. So we're going to go press number 2, select this edge and this edge, press F to kind of cap that off, and here press F right there, and then we're going to do Control R in the middle, and we're going to do press those two, press F, right, and then we can select this, and then it's kind of while we're in side view, we can just kind of move that a little bit, okay. And yeah, we didn't follow it exactly, but that should give us the once we do subdivision surface, we can just kind of smooth that out a bit, but for now that will do, or we can just kind of leave it flat. So let me click and do. Okay, if you leave it flat like that, it would still look smooth in subdivision surface. Okay, or we can do something with that later, kind of fix the well, let's do that now. Here, let's click on the points, just kind of move it like so, so it's not all like kind of pinch. So let me go to the top. And you don't need subdivision surfaces. I was just kind of showing you what the end result will be once. All right, so just kind of, there you go. That should look not too bad, okay? Or what we can do also is taper this some more. So I'm going to select all these points and kind of scale it a little bit more, okay? So that's the tail. Again, it could have been just a straight line because we'll rig it, okay? All right, so for this one, let's start on the legs, okay? But first, we gotta kind of connect this. There's this portion right here where it needs to kind of connect going this way. So it's the press number 2 for edge right there, and this one. Okay, press F, that connects that, but we know for a fact there'll be 1, 2 cuts right here. Okay, it needs 3 cuts actually, so I'm going to do Control R, then you get 3 cuts like so. Press side, then you can go just lower that down a bit. Again, we're just kind of getting kind of like this formation right here where it's curving and it's natural where the socket will be, okay? That probably went in a little bit, so I'll pull that back a little bit more, and then here kind of flatten this some more so it doesn't have that kind of crease under the belly. Okay, so now we can select all this edges, and then we can continue with the side for the foot, okay? let's work with this one first. So I'm just going to go number 2, and I'm going to out click one of those edges, and it selects the entire ring. Okay, it selects the entire ring. So what we need to do here is let's go to the front here also. So we have that guide. Okay, so I'm going to press E to extrude. Okay, right there. Okay, and then here I'm going to press S to kind of scale, so we get that one right there. And then I want to kind of flatten this, so I'm going to go to the scale tool. I'm going to drag that blue Z axis until it kind of goes flat like so. Okay, and then we're going to do a rotation. Press R. Okay, and on this side right here I'm going to press S, and then just kind of rotate, get that kind of diameter right there. Okay, and then we're going to start moving our points right here to match. Okay, so let's work on this one first. All right, so let's take a look. We want to make sure that point and then this point right here. Okay, so that point right there should be joining that. This one goes over here, and then this line right here goes right there, and then that bottom goes right there. Okay, so for this one goes all the way down here. Okay, we just got to match it here. This one is that one is in the back, so we need this one here. Okay, so it's basically just making a cylinder shape out of that extrusion, because you can see here it's pretty flat on that side. So let's just kind of match what we can see. That one right there goes up there, and then the one next to it is right there. Okay, so the stuff we can't see, we gotta kind of round it up kind of manually. Okay, can't see any of that stuff in the back right there. So what we need to do here is just this one needs to go here a bit, and then all right, that one goes out a little bit. Oh, I picked the wrong one. All right, a little bit more. All right, so we're just kind of rounding that selection. This one can move also right here. Okay. All right, so there's that kind of socket right there. Maybe this one can go here a little bit. Just want to round it off a bit. Okay, let's go to the side. Okay, and then that should keep that shape intact now. So I'll click one of the edge, it selects the entire ring. All right, so I'm going to press E to extrude, R to rotate, and then S to kind of scale. Here you don't want to scale it on the side, so we're going to scale that along the X right here. Okay, let's do more precise while we can see where those locations are. All right, so we're just going to take advantage of the reference image right here while we can see them. And those we can't see, we're just kind of maintaining that kind of round shape. All right, so again, number 2, I'll click. Okay, let's take, oops, sorry, missed my shift key. Okay, E to extrude, R, then we'll go like so. S to scale. All right, so we want this right there, and then here we want to scale this a lot wider than what we've got right here. Okay, and then we'll make modification. Okay, so let's take a look. in point mode where things are supposed to be. All right, so we have that point right here. Okay, it's going right there. And then the next one, which is that, okay, goes down there. Okay, the next one, this one right here, goes all the way here. Okay, then this one, so that point goes down there. This one goes here. Okay, so we got those. And then on the other side, we don't have any guide. We just need to kind of match those areas with this corresponding lines right here. So we need to go to X-ray. All right, and over here I'm going to make my selection on this side. I'm going to rotate my camera. All right, three. Let me zoom out. There we go. All right, so that one we've got. So that one right there should match the position of that one. So we're just going to go grab it and it's going to position it there. Okay. This one right here needs to match that position. This one matches that. That one matches that one right there. That one matches that. So all those kind of just converge where they need to be. Okay. And we'll do the kind of the same thing here. So that one matches. This is the back selection now. So we're selecting the inside right there. So just kind of match the location. Okay. All right, so there's that. Those got pinched a little bit way too close, I think. Or this needs to go, oh yeah, go to the front right here. Let's take a look. They should be in the kind of correct position before, so I should not have messed with that. But that's fine right there. Okay, let's take a look. All right, that's some heavy pinching on that one right there. So those needs to go in the back area, or there's an extra line. There's probably an extra line. You probably could delete one of those right there, because that's the one that I couldn't see in front, and then I added one. So let's take a look. That one goes in there. Yeah, this is probably an extra line, so I'm gonna select this one. Okay, all the way here, and then we'll just X and dissolve. All right, this one is way too close there, so we're gonna slide this over. Press Gg, and you can move it and slide it. Okay, maybe lower that a little bit to give it that curvature right there. And then let's take a look. A little bit squarish right here. We can move this one. Should go in a little bit so that we get a much more kind of rounder leg formation there. Same thing here. All right. And I think that's fine right there. Okay. So now we will just grab this part right here, which is almost exactly the same. Let's fix this one first for the front. Select that. That should go right there. That one should go there. That one. Okay. And then this one right here goes all the way down here. Okay. And let's see. This one goes right here. I think that one goes right there, and that one goes right there. So it's kind of flat. This can go here. All right, so it has that kind of flat bottom right there. So it's like this angled socket. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to press number 3, and we're going to select all of it. So I'm going to shift Alt Shift click this line and this one, because that's the same kind of socket that we gonna need for this part right here. Okay, so instead of redoing all that, we're just going to Shift D this one till, okay, and then we're gonna position it here. All right, so maybe a little rotation, and then position it right there so it's almost the same, and then we're gonna move it right here because that's where that leg is. Okay, so it's not perfectly aligned, but it's pretty close. So let's go to our X-ray here and point mode. Okay, so we're gonna grab this one right here, and then that's the one that kind of connects here. All right, and let's take a look at these lines right here. So just kind of following that one. Let me see, goes all the way. Oh yeah, we didn't have that cut, so that one connects to that one right there. So we just select, and then M at last. Okay, and then Shift R, it'll redo that one. Shift R is like a redo of the last command, and that one goes to that. All right, this one goes to that one. Okay, what else? So this point right here, so let's go X-ray. That point will merge to that one. Shift click that, and then M at last. Okay, this one connects to that one. Okay, Shift R to repeat the command. This one goes to that. Shift R. All right, so it has an extra. We're missing one extra right here, so that will be the line that will be created for this one. Okay, so or we just probably added that, so let's eliminate this line here because it doesn't belong to anything. All right, and then we continue the snapping. So that point and that point, okay, they can merge in the center. Okay, so that way we got the leg part already. Okay, it's missing some topology for animation, of course, but that's for later. But let's take a look. I'm gonna go X-ray mode. I want to make sure that the lines are pretty close. All right, the lines are pretty close. Right here, we're gonna have to make the back leg a little bit bigger because that's a direct copy from the front leg. All right, so we're just gonna grab those and kind of match the drawing right here, or the reference. Okay. All right, and that should be the part 2. Okay, let's do a quick preview of adding, I'm going to save it first. Let's do a quick preview of adding a subdivision surface, see how it looks like. All right. Maybe a little bit of a belly edit right here. It's probably too skinny on the belly, but it's probably fine. Okay, so next one, it's the foot right here, okay? And I will end this lesson here, so this is part 2.